everyone. Welcome back to That Range Life, a show sometimes about golf. I'm Bill. That's Chris. Like any good YouTube show, please go down below, hit subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified every time we post a video. We're doing a pretty good job lately making all different types of videos, not just the show. So
it's true,
make sure.
Man. It's a potpourri of options.
A potpourri, if you will, folks. So
how are we feeling for those on the YouTube channel? Bill, I'll get your opinion of my new bucket hat. It's a little large on my head. It's giving me some real Bill Murray vibes from Caddyshack. Oh,
naturally.
You know it.
But this is a good time for me to remind you, and you know what you could do. Go down below, leave a comment, tell us what you think of Chris's bucket hat. Yeah, I was going to give a sneak peek to something else, but you know what? I'm not going to give that teaser today. I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it maybe for next show, the show after. I don't know. Anyway, speaking of teasers, in here, in my scorecard keeper, I have a new item that we're going to give away. I don't think it's going to be part of our 1,000 subscriber giveaway, which is coming together, folks. It's coming together.
True.
We got one particularly that came in that I'm pretty excited to share with all of you at some point. But anyway, Chris, you don't know about this yet, but we'll talk about it when off mic.
Is it my scorecard from our one club challenge?
I didn't want you to ruin it, but thanks.
Did I guess? Is that right?
Yes. I thought it'd be funny to give away the scorecard from the 1 card challenge.
Oh my God. That's an awesome prize.
That's all we're just going to leave it at that. Wait till you watch the 1 card challenge video. I love that. I have a lot of,
I don't want to get too deep into it because we'll probably do a whole show on the 1 club challenge post release. But like, I love that you and I were both still thinking about the round long after we had finished playing.
Well, to be fair, the scorecard was on my desk right here, right now. So, but that said, I did think about it quite a bit.
We were texting each other about it.
Yeah.
Later that day.
I'm just going to, I want, after I say this final word, all I want us to say on this show about it. I saw some things that day. I'm going to leave it at that.
Right.
Okay. Quick updates. Oh, and if you are listening to this podcast, thank you as always.
Yeah, for sure.
And make sure you keep downloading it. You subscribe, leave a review for us. That helps a lot in the podcasting world. I still don't get it, but hey, please do it. We appreciate it. And tell a friend. Tell your friends.
Yes, tell a friend. And if you just keep telling the same friend until they convert and they finally give up the will to live and listen to the show.
And then maybe they'll tell a friend. Okay?
That's exactly how it works, Bill.
I don't know if you saw the set list, but
I have it here in front of me. Yes, it's got a lot of coded language. I don't know what it means.
I've been saving this one, and I hope you don't mind. I don't think we need to spend a lot of time. I didn't want to give it to you in advance, but like we regularly discuss, I do not follow many of the things on the social medias anymore because it's just so insufferable. So yes. I end up in like a feed of just randomness and things that are interesting. Okay. And so I saw this, and if you don't mind, Chris, if you could pop this into the YouTube here to show people
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Okay.
What we're looking at. But I'll give you the context now. So that's just the raw photo. Look at the size of this thing. I guess it goes without saying, this is the heart of a blue whale, which can weigh about 1,300 pounds and as large as the size of a small car.
Should we nickname the Prius the blue whale? The blue whale heart?
Yep. I like that.
Because that's basically the size of a blue whale's heart.
It's in whale heart for sure. Yeah. The gigantic heart beats 8 to 10 times per minute. 8 to 10 times per minute, and each heartbeat can be heard from over 2 miles away. So as
that's insane.
I know we're becoming a tinfoil hat show a little bit, but like this was courtesy of @UmarBZV world history on Twitter.
Yeah, do we fact check this at all or anything? Did you go and look this up to make sure it wasn't just?
Of course
no?
Not. Sort of
right,
like
will someone do that? Will someone on Facebook or on YouTube or the podcast fact check this for us?
Leave a comment. But just it was so wild. I felt like I had to share it here. Like,
what's crazy too is like, so whales they're mammals like we are.
Yeah.
Right. So essentially, this is what our heart looks like.
Yeah, just the size of a Prius.
But right.
I mean,
it doesn't beat very much. 8 to 10 times per minute. That's not a lot.
You could go camping inside that thing.
I could. I mean, I could absolutely. I mean, it's probably the size of my living room.
So is it a tiny house?
That's quite something, man.
I've been sitting on it because it legitimately blew my mind, and I think it's fair with how much we just go. Well, what I think it was 2 shows ago. You said, well, what do you follow? Well,
2 shows nigh.
This is what the algorithm gave me, and
I love when because like on Facebook, I'm not real active on there. I don't follow a lot of things. Same with Instagram, really. And I love when the algorithm's just like trying to figure you out. Yeah. And it's just throwing everything at the wall. And sure enough, you get a zoology post.
And I'm pumped about it, which is funny. I went to Goodwill with my lovely wife today, speaking of zoology, and I bought this book for $1.50. The Peterson Field Guides, Reptiles and Amphibians.
Of course.
From 1991, 3rd edition. And I'm just like, oh, let's see. I'm looking to see how old it is. Yeah, it's signed by the senior author.
Come on.
And the only reason I knew what it was when I was like, because I was actually looking for some kids' books for the series my son likes.
Yeah.
I saw the spine, and I know I've had a bird book my neighbor gave me when I was like 6, And I go, oh, I know those books, Reptiles and Amphibians. Oh, I start looking through them, like $1.50. Why not?
Is the author still alive? Like, your goal should be to get him on this show just to talk about the book.
All right, let me write a note for that. I didn't even think of that. I love where your head's at.
Roger. We're gonna have we're going into silly golf season, and we're gonna have some time on our hands.
Right.
So we might as well book the author
of so good.
The book that you founded.
But I'm so excited for this for $1.50. I mean,
it's a steal.
Yeah. In 1991, man, this thing was $17. So it's a big time book. And if I can't recommend these Peterson Field Guides enough, they're quite a delight. And I use this. I have this bird one. Especially in the beginning of the golf season when all the migratory stuff's happening.
Sure.
The Village Links is known for some great bird watching. I will come back and refer to that book, not knowing anything about the bird I just saw. And this goddamn book, the bird one, will help me figure it out every time. It's amazing. All right. One other nature update while we're at it. I thought we may have been experiencing a tragedy in my newfound butterfly preserve, as I'm calling it, that I'm working on.
Yeah.
And I had a monarch caterpillar on my milkweed, and just like what I bought it for, it was working as designed. And then just after like 3 days, it was just gone. Oh no. Somebody eat it. Who
Bird got to it. Yeah. Speaking of
tragic. Well, I'm happy to report if it's not the same one, I got a new one today. It wasn't there this morning. It was there this evening or this afternoon. So I have a new one. I'm very excited. I've gone into like full blown crazy mode. Do I need to get nets on it? And then that led me down a rabbit hole. Apparently in New Zealand, hornets are notorious for eating the caterpillars off the plants, but not necessarily. It's wild world. I decided to just leave it be. Nature is nature.
It's probably those damn aliens, birds swooping down, from outer space and shit. And
I was thinking, I wasn't giving birds enough credit for this. You're right. I forgot the birds are not just birds.
They're not of this world.
No, we know what they are. All right. So this has been Zoology with Bill and Chris.
That's right.
I'm going to shoot you straight. I enjoyed this segment.
I gotta have the hat for it. As a matter of fact, I feel like maybe I got some real.
You did. I should have thrown on a. God. All right. Well, next time we do zoology, I'll play.
We have to have designated zoology hats.
Oh, yeah. Crazy season. There might be a lot of zoology.
It's
Chris, what if we do a show from the zoo?
I'm in.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. In. My other show I said with the walking around show, I think we do a zoo show.
Yeah,
I'm sure we won't get in trouble for it.
We can go to Lincoln Park and ride the Ferris wheel too, and do part of the show on that.
My God,
go and see the gorillas.
Now we're talking. I love where this is going.
I'm full of ideas that you just really love tonight.
You are
good about myself.
Well, I think, man, it's like every now and then we just click, which I'll be honest, I didn't think it'd be tonight, but it's tonight. We're clicking. And it feels good. Maybe it's because we filmed the show this week and, on course.
Yeah.
And, discovering maybe a new member of the team. Well, who knows? But we're just firing in all cylinders. All right, let's talk golf stuff.
What is this? What is TGL?
Well,
you're asking me to explain it to you like you're 5. Yeah. I don't even know what it is.
This isn't gonna bode well then. TGL's at the new Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy's entertainment company's proposal for the indoor arcade. I don't mean this. It seems stupid to me, and I'm not saying that like, oh, I'm being the contrarian golf guy. I'm saying it purely from a form of I don't get it. Can you? So
where have I heard that before?
Can you just explain it to me?
It's going to be golfers playing in a simulator,
like a big simulator,
ass simulator in a stadium.
Okay,
right?
Well, a stadium.
Or an arena,
like Allstate Arena size, or like United Center size. Or...
I think it'll be more Allstate-ish.
Okay, not like Wembley.
No, that's why I changed from stadium to arena.
Okay,
yeah, we're talking probably, I would imagine 15,000. Right, that's about what Rosemont does.
Do you think there's 15,000 people who want to go watch this thing? That's beside the point. You're explaining it to me. I'm sorry.
But I mean, if you bring in if Tiger Woods and Rory are playing, you'll get 15,000.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you'll get maybe. All right. So maybe we say 10.
Well, and who are we kidding? Hey, Rory and Tiger are doing this thing at Allstate. Like you and me aren't going to go.
Right. Exactly.
We're not going to go.
You and me, Frank, and we head out.
Right.
So they're going to hit into this massive simulator. They're going to play some golf, but then they're going to putt on like an actual, it's not grass, but it'll be like, a putting green, manufactured putting green.
Is it just putts or do they hit like, I thought I saw they do some like more short game stuff.
I don't know if they're going to play short game on there. That'd be interesting. It didn't really look like from the drawings, if there was chipping areas. I don't know.
I appreciated your use of drawings right there. Thank you.
So the idea is it's going to be on Monday nights. I would imagine if they're smart, it'll lead into Monday Night Football. We'll see if they can land a deal with ABC or ESPN or whatever.
Chris, it's the PGA Tour. Of course they won't be smart
about it. It's not though,
it.
Right? It's not the PGA Tour. It's Tiger Rory.
Yeah, it's golf based out of America. Of course they won't be smart about it. Like, you know what?
We're going to put it right up against it.
Right up against it.
But it's going to be like an hour. So it's really like it's this condensed, I don't want to call it a millennial version of golf, but like, it's going to be shot, and then the show's over. Oh, whether or not it'll be entertaining is yet to be seen. I was talking to Adam Unfiltered about it on the golf course last week. When we played, here's my biggest concern of it. I don't need famous bad golfers. Like, don't roll out. And I love Steph Curry. I've seen enough Steph Curry hit golf balls. I've seen Tom Brady enough to hit golf balls. I've seen these people enough to hit golf balls. Bring in some LPGA players. Bring in some of the even the Champions Tour, players. Just mix it up that way. Bring in some amateurs. Bring in, I don't know, someone, in college or something with a cool story, or I don't know, whatever. But like, I don't want the celebrity bad golfer.
Bring in Andy Pope.
By the way, did you see Andy Pope's little kerfuffle?
That's why I brought it up.
Yeah. So that's basically TGL in a nutshell. I'm going to be optimistic about it and think it's going to be entertaining and
is it once or is there multiple?
I think it's going to be a series.
Okay.
I think it's going to run like in kind of the off season,
the silly
we'll
season.
See. Yeah, we'll see. But not till 2024 though, right?
Yeah,
it's a ways away.
I thought that seemed like a long time. And you saw my note here. I'm assuming we're still doing this show. Is Mark are we gonna get Mark's picks for TGL?
It's not a bad idea. You know, Mark and I, we've entered negotiations for 2023. Okay. You know, he has some wants and needs.
You tell hey,
and some requests.
I don't know what they are, but I like to sweeten the pot with this. I'll swag him out with a little DRH stuff, maybe a hoodie, t-shirt, and a hat. I got him. He should have Big Brother's swag on him, but you know, I probably should just send it out to all the family. But yeah, we could do that. We can dress him up. Yeah, I think I'm just saying, well, because you know, DRH is, you know, my brand. Sure. I'm happy to do that. Right. You know, happy to. Mark, just let me know. Just shoot me an email.
But yeah, he's working on some stuff right now. We were brainstorming for the silly season of things that we could potentially do. By the way, he texted me, I think it was on Saturday, when his replacement pick, Xander was in the lead in the Tour Championship, which was just he's like, I think he said something like, I don't want to say anything, but I'm just saying. And I was like, what's happening? I wasn't watching at the time. And sure enough, Xander Schauffele was in the lead.
This is going to end up at some point where we were like investing real money. Like we need better.
Mark's going to be really good at this.
We need better audio, better lighting.
Right.
There's a piece of me too. It's like you're talking about you guys brainstorming. Like, well, I want to participate. You know, hey, I want to be part of the team. Like, here's why I don't.
We got to keep you in the dark, man. Sorry.
Correct. I want to experience it. And I was almost upset when you showed me prior to the having to fix it, showed me in advance, because it's like, man, they're so good. I love them. All right, so hopefully he'll do picks for TGL. Here's my thing.
He's got lots of thoughts on expanding his picks into other sports, into other things.
I love it. So
that's as much as I'll say here. I've given away too much already.
All right, fair enough. Okay, last comment on TGL. Here's the thing. Maybe it'll be super cool. I don't know. We'll see. And, you know, there's a lot out. I love all the stuff out there right now about like, whoa, Phil was right, you know, because that's all they're doing. Yeah, which I don't. Here's my thing.
I don't think anyone ever disagreed with Phil's premise.
Yeah, everyone just said he's a douchebag for it, like how he treated it. That's all.
Yeah. But I mean, for those people that are chomping at the bit to give credit to Phil, by all means, go ahead and do it. I don't think we ever said like he's wrong about the complaints.
The royal we, not that range we. Everybody we.
Right.
That was usually.
But whatever. Wear that hat if you want to.
I'm very disappointed in you. This is like quintessential territory of where you drop a bully for you.
You're right. I got to get back on the bully for you. Bully for you, if that's what you feel the need to do.
But anyway, so TGL, I hope it comes out really cool. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's really cool. You know, sort of like it feels very much like when we were talking about the previous match. We're like, oh my God, stop with the match. They're the worst.
Yeah.
And this is like typical golf in America. Hey, we know what'll really get the golf fans going, and we'll give them the match.
Yeah.
The match sucks now.
But just like, okay. Sorry. Keep going.
I feel like Live sucks. Their product's bad. I genuinely think that. Are they closer to maybe making something a little more modern? Sure, maybe, but long ways to go. I feel like you need to counter it with something that isn't stupid and cheesy, and really just go the other way if you're going to. And this is what we got. I'm like, someone had to have a better idea in mind.
It's out there. Let's remember how much we loved the Tito's par 3 classic. Yeah. That thing was a blast to watch, and it was edited really well, and it was an hour long, and it was brilliant, and it was hilarious, and it was super fun.
And half of those players are now on Live.
I was going to leave that part out, but it was still cool. Like do more of that.
Correct.
That is fun.
So let's go to our next topic, because I feel like the segues to it that I gave you.
You're right.
I watched some golf this weekend, but
some golf.
Jesus Christ, the LPGA and Champions Tour are so much more enjoyable to watch. I think the personalities.
I would throw in the DP World Tour in that bucket as well.
Oh, but the DP world has a little bit of the live stink on it for me that I don't care for still.
Okay.
Maybe save that for another show.
I like the broadcast of it. I think it's better.
Right. It is better. Absolutely. Yeah. But I'm like, these LPGA girls, yeah, they're not hitting it 1,000 yards and whatever, but like they have a lot more fun personalities. I think Nelly Korda is an absolute trip. I think Lydia Ko is so amazing. Funny. I just, they're so much more enjoyable to watch. And I think to the point of, hey, come up with a better idea to counter it. And like you were saying, it bring in some of these LPGA gals over to the TGL events. Yeah. This is perfect. Perfect place to do it. Man, totally agree. I want that bad because right now I feel like it's my salvation to being able to watch golf is because again, the live stink. I'm not going to watch live. Right. I'm not, the DP world just feels like it stinks with the live and there's nobody playing on it now.
That's true. So I feel like as a bit of my imagination, I haven't been watching a lot of LPGA in the past. I feel like the last 2 years or so, I've really started to watch it more. Partly your influence on me watching it. Are the tournaments much more competitive, much more tighter coming down the stretch than the men's side? Because I feel like sometimes some dude will run away with the tournament, and Sunday is kind of just it's very kind of all right. Well, this dude's got it right. But in the meantime, like the girls, I feel like they really battle it out, man, through the back nine.
I feel like you're right lately. I don't know if I would have agreed to that historically, but it seems to be.
From what I've seen, especially the past year, I feel like there's been some really, really fun Sundays on the LPGA.
Well, and do you remember that?
Was it Lydia Ko went on fire at that one major and almost caught up?
Yeah.
Like came out of nowhere, like 10 shots back or something. Yeah, that was awesome.
Do you remember it was a while ago now. I talked about that YouTube video I watched. It was like, I don't know if it was a week following the Stanford women's golf team and how they just it was something like.
Yes. That was the NLU guys, right? Yeah.
I think so. And it's like 4 of the top 5 amateur girls in the world are on that golf team. And they're just incredible. And so you look at that and you go, this is what LPGA has now. And this is, the stock coming up behind it. It's going to be crazy. Ooh, they hit boring shots. Like, shut up. It's tons of fun. These girls.
God, I totally disagree. Anyone that says that, I feel like just doesn't watch enough of that.
I don't know, man. It's just the takes. Everybody's got takes.
I know. It's the male ego out of us.
So here we briefly touched on this during our match the other day.
I love the bullet.
Just to say the bullet answer. Azinger sucks. I'm not saying he was ever great, but I felt like when he just sort of popped on the scene as a broadcaster for golf is like, oh, okay, this guy's all right. Yeah, cool. The Ryder Cup, the captain who actually won and did something. Like there's something. This guy's
what
cool.
What happens to these guys when they get a microphone in front of them, man? They just.
He deteriorated from there. And it was like the one good thing I almost felt like coming out of the Fox golf broadcast. Hey, remember when Greg Norman killed it over there too?
I do.
And then it was like, he just got worse and worse and worse. Fine. But then Johnny Miller exits the scene and it's like the demon that possessed broadcast Johnny Miller left his body and went into Paul Azinger. I mean, he is just horrible.
Yeah. I don't know. Is there a good one? Like if you could.
Yeah. Lanny Watkins over on the Champions Tour and all those guys. And
very good. You're right about that.
Tom Abbott, the former Big Break host guy in LPGA.
Yeah, he does LPGA. Yeah.
All the good guys are over there.
He's not a color. He's not color. Watkins is your color guy.
Yeah. I just love Watkins. Like, what's it looking like, Billy Ray?
Right.
Anytime he says
but like, I don't know. I don't know what happens if they don't want I don't know what happens to these guys, but you're right. Azinger started out as kind of a fresh sort of feel and look and sound. And then he's just turned into, he had some kind of, I can't remember. I wanted to go and try to look it up. It's really hard, but he had a great malaprop where he took a saying and combined it with another saying and screwed it all up and then tried to save it. And I was like, just stop talking, champ. Maybe just stop talking for a while.
Here's why we'd be the best. Cause we'd be like, I don't know what I was trying to say there. Anyway, great shot by,
right.
Who
just
that?
own it. And that's part of it. I feel like that, like Tom Abbott is a guy I feel like who would own something stupid that he says.
He does. Yeah. And,
yeah.
God, I'm drawing a blank on one of the guys like just jumped in my head that does it all the time, and they're fantastic.
Well, Ben Pelt is the gold standard to me.
Yeah, bring him in.
Scott Van Pelt is just amazing because he could do it all. Just give him a mic, everybody else get out of the way. He's so good.
And then we think of like when you watch the online broadcasts of the majors or whatever, and you can watch featured groups and flip to other whole sets and whatever. So they have a ton of different broadcasters going, and Michael Breed's in a tower or something, like, oh my God.
Yeah, see, Michael Breed comes in and out for me. Like sometimes I appreciate Michael Breed because at least he's talking about the challenge of the shot, what he's trying to do in much more in depth than like, well, that's a good shot. Like, well, yeah, I saw the good shot, but like, tell me before he does the good shot, like, what is he trying to do? And like,
fine, I'm going to give you that until he quit. And this is where you lose him when he quickly turns into, I don't know if you knew this, but I know more about golf than you.
Right.
Watching this.
That's why I said he goes in and out for me.
Take
like sometimes
a pool noodle, your
tennis
knee pads
racket
from the garden, and tennis, right? And then pronounce golf GAH. LPH.
That's right, Gelf.
Yeah. So last topic, I'm watching the coverage. I
love this too. I also love this.
By the way, Taylor made. I saw. I saw the meme of Jay Monahan. It was Jay Monahan after Rory wins. It comes from behind and wins, and it was Randy Marsh from South Park watching the Creme Fraiche videos, and I'll just say he's covered in white stuff.
Right.
I'll let everybody else put together what that meme was.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, pretty much. So it was the, just no pun intended, tailor-made finish for
it was absolutely the best case of all best case scenarios.
And hot take, he cheated on that drop. I'm just kidding. I didn't care. But I don't even remember who it was. It wasn't Chef. I mean, it doesn't matter. You pick. It happens all over the place. But Jesus Christ. This isn't a new topic. It's tired. Everybody's had this take a million times. I should just be able to let it go now. But when these guys hit a ball into the trees, outside of the ropes, into people world, the grown men sprinting, and it's not one or two of them.
It's all of them. Yeah, in their khaki shorts and their white polos, and they're running over there with their Titleist hats
and giving each other the looks like, I got here, not you. Right. And then the like smirks they get, like they really accomplished something.
Oh my God. What's even funny, I don't know if your wife watches much golf with you, but my wife does watch quite a bit of golf with me, and it drives her. It has for years. She always comments like, "God, look at these idiots."
But I can't.
These are grown-ups. These are grown men with jobs and families.
Still bothering me.
It's the worst.
Decades.
It's the worst.
So share that with her. She'll be like, "Oh, I didn't realize I was this cool with you guys." All right. It's
the dumbest thing ever.
I don't get it, and I get as I was.
But it's the same thing. I can tell you at Wrigley, you've got grown ass men, wrestling for a foul ball or a home run ball or something, and taking out kids and shit. And the process.
Hang on. It's terrible. I agree with you, and it's relevant now. The kid at the Royals game in the Juan Soto home run just happening, and foul ball guy being under heat. Which thank God that loser. I'm a big camp of that guy being a dork. But at least there's something about my whole life I've been trying to get a foul ball, and you can keep it.
Yeah. Yes, but
I'm just saying at least benefit of the doubt.
If the ball, here's my rule. If the ball is coming right at me, I will catch it. If there's a child next to me, I will give it to that child.
Oh, for sure.
Those are the rules. I'm not going like you should see some of the, you got grown, like not the 20 something hipsters, which I got to talk. We'll talk about that maybe next episode. That you usually get in Wrigleyville. These are like the same dudes, you know, outside the ropes at a PGA Tour event, running down Sheffield Avenue, trying to get a home run ball or a foul ball. And it's just,
but let's just
ridiculous.
Benefit of the doubt. At least you get to keep the ball, and there's sort of like there's sort of like
there's some nostalgia. This is just
It's basically part of the American dream, you know. If you're gonna make apple pie in baseball, it's like catching a foul ball or home run ball. At least there's that benefit of and for the record, I agree with you 100%. I'm just saying benefit for this argument here, or whatever you want to call it,
discussion.
But God bless these guys with the the 25 of them. And for what? You get to be up close to the guy, Rory, any insert pro here. Like, that's cool. I like to be up. It's cool to get up close to these guys when they're hitting, but I got news for you. That's not that hard to do in any golf tournament.
You immediately have to move. It's the first thing that happens.
It's just so, and like they're going to be there and Rory's going to walk up and go, hey, guy in khaki shorts and Vineyard Vines t-shirt or polo or Barstool shirt and Titleist hat. Are you a golfer? Just wasn't sure. And do you want to be best friends now? I saw you sprint to be here, but get out of my way. Like what? I don't get it. Leave a comment below if you're the sprint to the ball guy and why.
Yeah, sprint to the baller.
I don't get it. I think they're dorks.
I think I've been on a hot streak. So with my ideas, maybe we'll end the show with this idea, and you can tell me if you like it or not. You and I go to a tournament, and we just randomly run to spots.
Whether there's a ball coming or not.
Yeah, no ball or anything. We'll just run and then see who we can get to come.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it. Which just running up and down the same same holes. Yeah.
Just all day.
Oh God, that's good. That's good. Actually, I do have a funny we'll save it for a show, but I'll tell you the story about some purposeful conduct at a golf tournament once. That was pretty funny to me. Awesome. I want to close with the one exception. Do you remember the years ago, the kid, it was probably like an 11-year-old kid, maybe Ricky Heyday, flat bill hat, Ricky Fowler.
Sure.
The works, and all the little kids want to be him, and Ricky hits a ball way out and it goes into like, there's a little bridge over a little like water, a creek of some sort.
Yeah.
His ball goes in there. Kid sees it, goes in. This kid, dedication, man, went in the water after it, got the ball, got himself a Ricky souvenir.
That's working for a souvenir right there.
Right. And to be fair, the kid didn't like sprint after it like these losers either. He just saw his there. It's like, all right, I'll go in and get it. I love Ricky. Right. And I don't remember the exact details, but it went viral. It was all over everything. So I know at some point Ricky and him have some sort of exchange, but I'm like, that's okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
That's high five. I'll give that kid $5. Right. Good for you, kid. Go buy yourself a Coca-Cola. Oh man, that was awesome.
All right, plugs. You want to do plugs?
Yeah. What do we got going on?
Well, you opened a new box of shoes last week.
Hey, speaking of those shoes, behind the curtain, how have they been transferred over to?
Yeah.
How are they, or did they go?
Great.
It's awesome.
Great. Yeah.
Right. We'll talk about that maybe in a future episode after the content is all out on the shoes.
For sure.
Awesome.
And then we've got another on course about the Sun Mountain golf bag. No, Sun Mountain push cart.
The speed cart V1R.
The speed cart. Yeah.
Another lots of words in the name. Sun Mountain speed cart V1R. I'm giving that 3. It's 3 syllables. V1R.
Right.
Push cart.
Right.
Yeah,
so that's what we've got coming.
All right. Yeah. And then go over to theolddriverangeheroes.com. You have yourself the Mitsubishi Chemical Kylie Blue, the new one.
It's a
John
beautiful golf shaft. Gorgeous.
Yeah, I love, hey, take the pictures against the grass, the sky, whatever the usual. John's like, well, I'm traveling. How about with Lake Superior as a background?
Right.
Right. Cool, man. So that's what he did. And then intern Grant pops in a review for the Sunday Golf El Camino carry bag. You may remember the Loma that they put out. It's good for like 4 clubs, carrying around for par 3 course, the range, whatever. Right. The El Camino, a little larger, about 10 clubs or so, 14 if you really jam them in there, but a little more carry, 9-hole friendly, better service. So check out Grant's review on that.
All right, guys. Well, it's been a pleasure as always. Thanks for watching this week. Chris, can't wait to get out to the pre-work 9-hole round. And I got so many ideas of things for us to do. I know I feel like we've really figured it out.
Yeah, it's fun.
Unfortunately, I'm leaving to Ann Arbor like Friday. So
you got into University of Michigan. Congrats.
Yeah, I did.
Finally. All right, let's get out of here. That's Chris McEwen at Chris McEwen on all the social medias. I'm Bill Bush of DriveRangeHeroes.com at Range Heroes on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, the works. Thank you for watching this week. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, do all those things. We really appreciate it. Come back next week. Watch another one of these shows. We'll see you then.